everybody, and welcome to Cozy Cards and Crystals. My name is Joanna, and today it's time for another episode of Mineral Monday, where I share with you guys my love and addiction for crystals, and I share with you guys how to connect, at least in these first episodes, how to connect crystals and minerals to card readings, tarot, and cartomancy practices. So, in the last episode, I talked about cleansing your space and your decks and yourself. In this video, it's going to be all about protection. And the interesting thing here is in my last video, there were a lot of whites and clears and light colors. In this video, we are shifting completely to the opposite in terms of color spectrum. We are having a lot of darker and black or gray crystals right here, or minerals essentially. And so I share with you guys my favorite crystals that I use in my practice when I feel like I could need a little bit of protection or boundaries. So oftentimes when I'm reading for somebody else, I'm not doing it professionally yet, but I read for other people, family, friends, or if I get asked, I also have done channel readings online and stuff. When I connect to other people, also when I do some specific readings in terms of shadow work, ancestor work, past life work, all of that stuff, I love to have some crystals in my reading space on me or around me that I know will protect me. But just when I do, at least in my practice, when I do readings, I'm opening up myself and my energy field to connect to either the other person that I'm doing a reading for, to connect to the universe, to that broader overarching energy field that is around us, to get the messages that need to come through. And because I'm opening up to myself, or for example, I'm opening up to my shadow self, which I mean, it's just a part of myself, but sometimes it can make you feel unsure or anxious. So to have a crystal to protect you or to give you the sense of protection or safety can be a pretty good thing as well. Or for ancestor and past life work, you don't know who's coming through. So maybe it's an energy that you not really try to connect to, or that isn't helpful for you at that moment. And also setting boundaries. These crystals also are good crystals for setting boundaries or cutting the cord after the reading is done, so that you're not connected to somebody or an energy that for like days, and then you wonder why you are drained or why you're tired all the time. So that is what I mean about protection. And these are my favorite crystals to do that with. Number one all-time favorite, best protection crystal out there in the world, at least in my opinion. And not only in my opinion, it is also historically a pretty profound crystal to use, or a pretty common crystal to use for protection. It is the most or the strongest protection crystal that is out there is these two guys right here, black tourmaline, or also called schorl. Black tourmaline, there's not a lot to say right here. It's really, 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 really protective. And so it really wards off negative energies. It wards off any energies that you don't want to have in your surroundings, or that you don't want to be connected to, at least not forever to you. So it's also really good for cutting the energy connection. I actually have a circle, an energy circle in my room where I do these readings out of black tourmaline. So basically in every corner next to my door, then one here on my reading space, one next to my bed, and so it's actually creating that protection circle. Even better, or even more desirable, is if you can get a piece, let's focus, that is black tourmaline that has mica or muscovite attached to it, which is this funky stuff right here. It's shimmering silver or sometimes yellow golden, metallic, glimmery, shimmering stuff. It is pretty soft. It grows in these sheets or layers. And what this combination does, not only does the black tourmaline protect you from an energy and wards it off, so the energy can't come through to you. And in addition to that, the muscovite or mica will then reflect the energy back to its sender. And so you have that protection shield of the black tourmaline and the reflection shield, like a mirror from the muscovite. So it's a perfect harmonious pair created to work together, basically. But you don't need that when we talk about protection. Little black tourmaline is basically enough. It also has a really strong, potent, and high concentrated energy. So you don't really need a huge piece to have a lot of its energy or property. A small piece is totally fine. It packs a punch even in small sizes. Then we also have a mineral combination which is tourmalinated quartz, which is basically black tourmaline included in quartz, which basically does the same thing. You have the properties of the black tourmaline that I have explained, and the clear quartz is basically like a megaphone. It amplifies the energy that is strongest around itself. Um, and so it also does that with the energy of the crystal. And because the black tourmaline is included, it amplifies the metaphysical properties or energies of the black tourmaline. And so it's even more potent and stronger. So tourmaline in quartz, black tourmaline in quartz is a pretty good one to have as well. Next up is shungite, another black mineral. And shungite is really well known for its cleansing and protective properties, especially when it comes to electromagnetic frequencies or EMFs. So a lot of people use it already with like their computers, their smartphones and stuff. And it's also good to have it around when you're doing a reading so that your energy or the connection that you build up to your higher self, the universe, your client, your person that you're reading for, isn't distracted from electromagnetic energies around you. And also, EMF is also used to detect like energies from ghosts and spirits. And so, since this is transmuting these energies, and blocking it off and cleansing it. It's also pretty protective against those kind of energies if you believe that something like this exists. And the last mineral that I want to talk about, you guys, is hematite. And so hematite is a really grounding crystal. So it makes sure that you're not adrift in like the vastness of the universe or like in the energy of somebody else, but you stay in the present moment and have your feet on the ground, essentially. At least that there is some connection in the present moment still left, and you're not completely wah wah in the universe right there. It's also a protection crystal, good for protection, and since it has this metallic luster to it, it also basically reflects energy back. So it's a little bit like the combo of black tourmaline and muscovite or mica. Super protective, are also pretty affordable and easy to find and get. You can also get these hematite rings completely made out of hematite, so you can wear one like this when you're doing a reading. Wear some jewelry like rings, pendants, some stretchy bracelets during a reading. Put some of these crystals on your reading table with your cards as well, so it's not only a beautiful decoration look that you then create, but there are also some meaning behind it, and you're protected. Creating a protection grid. You could also do something like that, or just use it after you've done a reading to set the boundary, to cut the cords, to cut the energetic threads. Um, just hold it in your hands, lay it on the card deck that you have used. That's the things that I do when I do my protection work or when I cut energy strengths. So that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful for you and you got some useful information out of this. Feel free to let me know down in the comments below what are the crystals that you are using for protection or for setting boundaries or for cutting energetic binds or threads, energetic connections. If there are any crystals that I haven't shown in this video here that you use for that, I would love to know because we all learn from each other. If you have any questions about the crystals that I have shown here or about protection work in general or about setting boundaries, let me know in the description box, in the comment box below as well. Also, if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the other videos that are coming up here. And thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!